ready?
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay. Hi, I'm Danette James, and this is the Power of 8. Today, I have 5 of my favorite women here. Today's a generation video, so we're going to introduce ourselves and get talking. So, this is
Virginia.
Teresa.
Danette.
Brittany.
Kensley.
So this is my grandmother, my mother, my daughter, and my granddaughter. So we have 5 generations of women here today, which is really cool. So I'm going to give them a question I didn't tell them about, and it is, I want to know a fun fact about each of you. So my fun fact is I'm the oldest sibling, and my mom and my daughter and my granddaughter are the oldest too. Granny's not the oldest, but so that's just a little fun fact about me. Granny, what's something fun about you? Okay guys, what's something fun, a fun fact about Granny?
She likes to laugh a lot at all the technology. When they do the pictures, when they make her voice sound funny, she likes that.
Oh, yeah, when actually Jill makes these faces, I look like,
Every time it's like a season.
Every time a different season or a different holiday?
oh,
Every
a
season?
different holiday, she makes
Holiday.
look like a rabbit.
Oh. So
Well,
one,
she decorates her house.
oh, Granny decorates her house? My daughter Jill likes to use Snapchat or Instagram filters. Our grandmother and Granny does not like it, and we think it's hilarious. So
Can we clip that here?
we can clip that here. Okay, Mom, something fun about you.
I collect thimbles.
She does.
And she makes really good cakes.
Oh, she does make good cakes.
Forgot about that.
She doesn't really do that anymore, so don't ask for a cake because it's a little bit stressful.
A lot stressful.
Yeah. Right.
That I'm the oldest of 8. No, what else?
Crafty.
Oh, very crafty.
Yes.
I coach cheerleading. Yep.
She's a busy mom. Okay, Kensley, what's something fun about you?
I'm the oldest of my cousin.
That's right.
Yeah, what else? What else you speak of?
What's a fun fact? I broke my arm.
You did break your arm, and you've also had surgeries before? What do you like about surgeries?
I always get presents.
That you always get presents? Not the surgeries are fun, but she likes the presents.
Okay.
All right, so our names, I want to talk a little bit, just a brief minute about how each of us got our name. I don't even know if everybody knows how they got their name, but I just thought this would be something cool. So do you know how you got your name?
I got my name from my mother. My mother was Sarah Virginia, and then my dad had an aunt named Lee, so I'm Virginia Lee.
Okay, Mom?
I don't know about my first name. I know about my middle name. It was the same as my mom's.
Dad picked it out. He liked that name.
Picked it out from where?
Just picked
He
it up.
just liked that name, Teresa.
So my name is Danette, which is, just such a fabulous name, and I love it.
I love
So I was always under the impression that I got my name from a Danielle Steele book, because my mom used to read Danielle Steele all the time. Apparently I was wrong, and I even asked my dad today if he remembered where the name came from. He has no idea. So what is your answer? Where my name
I
comes
picked
from?
it out of a book.
Like-
Back when you were little, they had these little tiny books about this big, and they had hundreds of girl names in the book, and I went through.
Wait, what if you wouldn't have had a girl? You didn't know you were having a girl?
I already had the boy. Oh, that was your
Oh,
dad's.
okay,
That was your
yeah.
dad's choice, the boy's name.
Which is what? Dwayne?
Yeah.
Dwayne. Dwayne
Yeah.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So and my middle name is Lynn, and I'm thinking that's from Aunt Patty, from my dad's sister.
No, I just liked it.
Oh, okay, well, I was way off on all of it. Okay. A little fun fact about Brittany, my oldest, is that I wanted her name to be Amethyst Mercedes. And I have 5 daughters, and I wanted Mercedes to be somebody's name. I have 5 girls, and nobody has the name Mercedes. So, Brittany, how
So
did you get your
instead,
name?
I got a name from someone that my mom went to school with who had good hair.
No joke, like no joke. Leslie, how did you your name?
I was working one day and I just thought of Kensley and that was her name. And Cole is because my middle name's Nicole, so it went well with Kensley.
Kensley is a cool name, but it's spelled differently. So, do people question you about how you say your name, Kens? Yeah.
What do they think it is?
Usually when I go on like I have an Instagram, and usually when I try to go on my Instagram, it starts with a K even though I start with a C.
Yeah.
That's right. But you have a cool name, so. Okay. Let's see.
Way to give yourself a shout out.
That's good. All right, what do you think your personalities are? So mine, I think I am outgoing, very loud, but that's a family trait. I think that I'm fun and crazy at times. Again, I think crazy is a family trait. I think I'm a loving person, a giving person, so I think that's my personality. Kensley, you want to start? What do you think your personality?
Talkative.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Funny.
Okay. Rick?
Very straightforward and positive.
Brittany's very outspoken and does not hold back. Mom?
Easygoing and laid back,
And
but
giving.
we're loud, very loud.
Easy. Easy going, yeah. I used to be quiet when I was younger, but that kind of changed when I got older. Sometimes I say too much.
Okay, so Granny, like Brittany, is very outspoken and does not hold back.
And she's very respected.
Yes, yeah. But I think all of us have good hearts and are definitely giving people, even Brittany and Kensley are. So I think that's one of a great trait that we got. Okay, the hardest part of growing up in each generation. So what do you, Granny, we'll start with you. What do you think was the hardest thing of growing up when you grew up?
Well, I guess for me, my parents divorced when I was 12, and then I had two
And
younger.
divorce was not a thing back then.
No, you never heard of divorce. So I had two brothers, younger brothers that I raised, and we lived down the Eastern Shore.
We didn't have a bathroom.
And we lived
Outhouse.
on, not every place, but we lived on a lot of old farmhouses, and they were terrible. My dad, I don't know why we moved a lot, all I know is we moved. Some of the places were nice. We had one place, it was a duplex, it was attached to another home. And that was a fun time, because then I met a girlfriend of mine, and then she was dating one of the guys that lived in the other house, so she's always been my best friend.
She's still alive, right?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
my maid, Miss Kay.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been my best friend since we were in, I think, the 6th or 7th grade, I can't remember. But that was a good thing of living in that house. But some of the places were just terrible, and I would be petrified by myself. Because my dad had bought this house up here, and then he would be there with my two brothers. We didn't have a phone then either. That was another thing in our generation. We didn't have phones, and TVs had just started. And when you had a TV, you couldn't even hardly see it, and you had to have this outside antenna that, to me,
You didn't have to have rabbit ears?
they didn't do
I think
anything.
rabbit ears were
Down
started,
Eastern
yeah.
Shore, they did nothing.
What is rabbit ears?
Oh, goodness. It was like something you put on top of your TV so that you could get the channel to
It
come
looked
in,
like a
but
V, and then
didn't
you
really
put,
work.
then you
Yeah.
put aluminum foil on it.
it didn't really work.
But we had, and down Eastern Shore, they had antennas. To me, I used to think when I was young, they went up to the sky, or all the way up, you know. But then when we finally got a TV, the thing was broke more than it worked. So we really didn't get to watch too much TV. We played games or,
Right outside.
yeah, played outside a lot, or we listened to the radio. But another thing is, when we had radios, or anything we had electronic, we couldn't dare touch it, because if we touched it, we would break it. So that took me a long time to get over that, especially when we got a TV.
That's how your parents were.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, especially my dad. We could not, do anything with the radio, just don't touch the thing. So
Okay.
that's basically
Alright.
things that were different in my generation.
Mom, what do you think yours was?
It was very safe. You know, we were never afraid to run up and down the street and go in the woods and go anywhere to do anything. The only thing when I grew up, there were a lot of drugs, because it was the 60s and the 70s. There was a lot of drugs, but it's no different than now, but back then it was a big thing, you know, but it was very safe. I never was afraid of anything.
Okay. I think for my generation, I was born in the 70s, but kind of grew up like early 90s. And technology wasn't there, and now technology is here. So I think there's a big difference in, you know, not having technology, and our parents didn't know about it, so then they were like really freaked out about it. We couldn't even take a beeper into school or you would be expelled. Like people don't even know what a beeper is now. And so I think technology, like transitioning from non-technology to technology was something really different in the 90s. So that's mine. Right.
Well, I think with technology, it comes with a lot of expectations on how we should be as moms and how we should be living our lives, so I think that's something that's definitely different than,
From all of us.
yeah.
We had to read it in a book.
Yeah. Do you think life is hard?
Don't you get
Huh?
Oh, it's so hard, right?
Do you think life is hard for moms? No? Oh, girlfriend, you're in for a wake up.
That's because we get to do what we want,
fun?
right?
Don't you have fun?
Yeah.
You get to buy whatever you want.
Oh,
Wake up.
You don't get whatever you want? I don't know about that.
Mostly.
Okay. All right, let's see. What is something that you're passionate about? Kinsley, you can go first. Kinsley, what is your favorite thing to do?
I like to cheer, and my favorite thing to do at cheer is practice my football.
You like to practice tumbling? Okay. Britt, you?
Crafting and coaching, cheerleading.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm passionate about my family, my kids and my grandkids. I'm passionate about work. I probably work more than I'm with my family. And like serving the community or reaching out to the community, because that's the point of, you know, what I'm doing now is to reach moms and people, women who need help in some way or another.
So the most important thing to me in my life is my family and church.
That's what you're passionate about?
Yes.
Rennie?
Church is very important to me. I very seldom ever miss church. Or Tuesdays when I work in the clothing room and we have a food pantry. But my main passion, I would say, is helping or serving others.
She's very good at that. She's the ringleader a lot of times at church with getting things organized to help wherever it's needed, like with a funeral or with a birth or with a shower or whatever it is. She's taught us all that, I think.
Kensley has one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Doing TikTok.
Oh, doing TikTok videos. She's very good at that. Even on the school bus, right? Okay, worst fear.
I love doing TikToks.
You do?
Every time my tablet's charged.
You're silly.
You don't like dogs?
Okay, how about I'm gonna go with you. What is something you're afraid of? What's your worst fear?
Snakes and spiders.
Yeah, Lala doesn't like snakes either.
But why is that so funny? Because who used to torment me? Cole and Tony would take mops and brooms and go snakes and spiders.
I'm telling you, we have a big, large, crazy family. I don't like snakes either. Okay, Britt, what's yours?
Something bad happening to my kids or some sickness happening, something to one of them. Something I can't control.
Okay. My worst fear, this isn't really a fear, but I am afraid of the wind and have been for a very long time. I'm much better now, but I still don't really love the wind. so that's a weird fear, yes, I know. It's probably more of a phobia. But I'm also, my biggest fear is probably losing someone tragically like I have in the past, and I don't want to go through that again or have anybody go through that again. So that's mine.
I think I haven't. I mean, I don't think anything I think of.
She doesn't like snakes and she doesn't like squirrels.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like squirrels. I found one in my cabinet this morning.
What?
Oh.
Wait a minute, what cabinet?
And my medicine
Just
cabinet.
to say, I hide squirrels in places, and there's one she hasn't found. It's been there for months. So
Fake
There
squirrel.
There was a squirrel.
fake squirrels. These are fake. Like
A
you know, like,
squirrel in my cabinet
sorry.
this morning. Fake
like
squirrels.
ornaments or some kind of decoration. So
I don't like squirrels.
yeah, we
They kill my bird feeders.
yeah. So those are.
But I'm
hers.
not afraid of them.
She just doesn't like them because they eat her bird feet. Granny.
I don't like snakes. And we live back in the woods, so every year I put this stuff called snake away, all around the house, so they don't come in. Because we had a porch, before it was closed in, and snakes would come up on that porch and they'd be all curled up. And one day I went out the door and, oh, there was a snake right there all curled, and I was petrified.
Last year, wait, was it last year you had
It was
the duck
last
and the duck
year.
eggs?
Yes.
And the snakes got them.
We had a duck that had laid eggs. Well, she had laid all her eggs, and then 3 or 4 months later, she was back and had laid another one. And I was showing one of the grandkids that, you know, come look at this egg. The duck's back and laid eggs. And Andrew looked, he said, Grandma, there's no egg, there's a snake. And I said, what? Here's the snake all curled up, and you could see it.
Oh, all right, oh, yeah.
Oh,
We're taking that.
Clearly,
out.
we don't all like snakes. Like they're bad. They're yeah.
it was just awful.
That was
Yeah.
gross.
Mm, okay. If you could have
Don't tell the rest of the mess.
if you could have one wish, what would it be?
That all of my grandchildren would go to college. They had bigger opportunities than I ever did.
Okay. I wish for more time. Just period. Like more time with people, more time with life and all of that. But I really wish that it was summer year round. That's my wish.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Bert, you?
I'm not sure.
You don't have a wish?
Just to live happy and healthy. Kensley's got a good one.
Kensley, what do you wish for?
Ooh, louder.
$1 million.
$1 million? That would be so great, wouldn't it?
What would
What would you do with it?
I would use it for a good house and for toys.
Oh, would you
And
give it?
for a great life.
Oh, a great life? Oh, okay. Would you would you donate money to anybody? Would you try to help anybody?
I haven't thought about that.
Okay, we do think about that. We'll come back to it. Okay. Do any of you guys, I couldn't think of any, know anybody that has 5 generations?
Yes.
Oh,
I had it before with my dad.
yeah, but outside of our family.
Oh,
I mean, just us immediate family. Like any of your other extended family have that?
not that I want, just my dad. You know, we were 5 generations when he was living.
Do you know any other families? Maybe a church? There might be one. I
Four,
just-
there's
There was
4,
five,
but
there's
not
4.
5.
There's
I've got 4, but not 5.
Do you know anybody?
Kensley wants to know what's generation mean.
Okay, generation means, so there's 5 of us here, and it's 5 like different age range. So Granny's the oldest and you're the youngest, and we're all in the middle. And we're all family that comes down from the oldest to the youngest. You understand?
I think I know of people, but I don't really know, like, can't put, you know,
Okay.
name people.
I think 5 generations is a pretty big deal. Like, Ken's a great-great-grandchild, so I think that's cool. Okay, I think I said the biggest difference in the generations now, like from when she was a child to now that she's a child. I think the biggest thing is like playing outside, technology. Kids don't know how to entertain themselves. They always have to be doing something. I also think like kids, teenagers, like don't know to not all, this isn't all, this is just some, don't know how to like maybe go to a restaurant and sit and have a conversation and not be bouncing all around, and so that's what I think. What about you guys? Just the differences in generations.
I think respect of your elders and
Good
others.
house.
What?
Good house.
Anything else? That's a good one though.
No, I just
I think this younger generation needs to learn respect.
Yeah,
Most of them don't respect.
I agree.
Well, I think there's so much technology, they're all busy. If you ever look at them, they're all sitting, going with their fingers, looking at their phone or their iPads.
Do you think, would you agree? Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
I think the other thing is the news. I don't particularly watch the news because it's too much and it can be very stressful. I think with the news and technology of today, there's so much more out there. Like my grandmother said and my mom said, they weren't afraid of having their doors unlocked or playing outside, whereas now you can't do that. And the news and technology is part of that, and they've created people to see things that somebody else might do and maybe do it worse.
Kids hear all that though. When I was growing up, we didn't hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
You didn't hear any of
you
those
didn't
things.
see it-
It's a part of
you didn't
life
see it
Yeah,
as
it's
much,
just
yeah.
a part of life. When we were kids, we
Yeah.
didn't hear that.
So like when she said that it was safer back then, that isn't necessarily true. It's just, you just didn't hear about it. You didn't, you didn't know any different.
No,
'cause-
it was safer. I mean, you could leave
It
the
was.
door open and they could go in the woods and play. We went in the woods and played.
Yeah,
And you weren't afraid of anybody or anything happening.
but it's partially, you're right, but it's partially because the news now shows everything. Like, they're not gonna talk about a victim of something, they're gonna talk about the person who made the victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna hear more about the
Who did the
person that
crime.
bombed something rather than the people who
There's
died
also
or
a lot
whatever.
more people around
Yeah.
here than ever was before also.
Yeah.
So I think that makes a big difference.
Okay, so we have a really large family. Every holiday or our main holidays that we celebrate together is anywhere between 30 and 40 people, so it's really tight on occasions because it's not in a really big space. So I want to know, what is the best and worst part you guys think of having a really large family? Ready?
I think the best part, you always have, I would say, a friend or somebody to go to and talk to. And we always had fun. Sometimes we have some disagreements, but most of the time we don't. But I think of people that are the only child or somebody that doesn't have anybody else in a family. Like, what do you do on holidays or if you have a problem? You know, you don't have another sibling or somebody else to go to. I just feel bad for them. So I think having a large family, the only thing with a large family, we don't always have enough room or a big enough place to,
We're gonna fix that though one day.
yeah, Brittany's gonna get a big place. She's gonna have
Okay,
to. No, I don't.
Okay, Mom, what do you think?
Oh, the best thing is it's always fun. There's always somebody to talk to. There's always laughter. Yeah, there's tears. Yeah, and we bicker once in a while too. But it's just fun.
And
just,
it's loud.
It is loud.
It is loud.
And the more people, the volume goes up, louder, louder. But
And it's hard to get it like
If you
back
don't-
down.
It is,
Don't
but
like
it's
loud.
fun. It's
Don't
so
come
much
on.
fun. I don't really see anything bad about having a big family. I can't imagine it any other way.
So the best thing for me is, in the long run, no matter what, even if somebody's fighting, whatever the situation is, families, we're always gonna come back to each other. Like, it doesn't matter what the situation is, we're all gonna always be there for each other in the long run. And even if there's an argument or dispute or whatever, it always comes back to that. The worst part is that there can be drama at times there's a lot of girls in our family, so that's a given. And there's always a lot of opinions, and I mean, just these two are outspoken, and this is two of a really large family, so there's a lot of opinions on a lot of things, so that's, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's what I think. Okay, so Granny and Mom, do you guys have a best piece of advice that anybody ever gave you?
Oh, my grandfather. He was my mother's stepfather, and he never had children. So my mother was his only child. So when she had us, he just loved it. And he always told me to make sure I graduated from high school. but then he died the summer. Yeah, I was finished my 11th grade, he was real sick, and then he died that summer before I went to my senior. So he didn't get to come to my graduation, but I graduated. So I think he had a lot to do, because at one time I was going to quit school. So I think he
Back
had
then that
a
was
lot to
common.
do. Oh, yeah, had a lot to do with inspiring me to stay in school.
My dad told me that when I was in middle school, it was junior high school back then, that I could do and be anything I wanted to be, no matter what. Even if I wasn't brilliant, I could still do it if I put my mind to it and strive to do it. And I did.
Mine's the same, that I can do anything I put my mind to, and to like never let anybody tell me that I can't. I think the older I've gotten, the more I've definitely been like, I can do whatever, I don't need anybody to tell me otherwise. And I hope that I've taught my kids that. So, okay. Mom and Granny, is there any advice that you would give us or any of your family or anyone in the world?
Well, I think, you might not like my answer. I think young people, married couples, they're too quick to divorce. I don't think they think about trying to work things out or how it's going to affect the children. Because I went through a divorce with my parents, and they didn't fight and argue, but just the results of it, you know. And we had to stay with my dad, which wasn't, I wouldn't say it was a bad thing. My dad was a good dad, and he took care of us. But my mother didn't work, she didn't drive. But eventually she did. But anyway, we still stayed with my dad. And it just is hard. So I think today's couples, it's even worse. I think they should get to know Jesus, first of all, and go to him or go seek help and advice, counseling, you know, to try to work. I know it doesn't always work, but at least try before you jump into, well, I'm just tired of this, I'm not going to stay married. And just think of the effect it has on children nowadays. I think that's a lot of the problem with some of the kids today, what they've been through in their short life.
So my advice is, I have always put Jesus first, my family second. But without that, I could have never made it through some of the really hard things I've been through.
That's good. I don't really have advice. I mean, I do, but we talk about my advice, you know, every week. So I just hope that my kids live the life that they want to live, and that they're happy. Like that's really what matters to me. So, all right, we're gonna have Kensley come back out and ask her a couple questions, and then we will finish up. Kensley, did you want to add anything? No? Kensley! This is how we're loud. Okay, we brought my granddaughter back out. We're going to ask her a couple of tricky questions. All right, what is your name?
Kensley,
All right. Who is your mom? Where is she?
right
Okay,
here.
and what's her name?
Her name is Brittany.
Okay. Who is Brittany's mom? Okay, and what's my name?
Lala.
Lala? Okay. Who is Lala's mom?
My mom.
Okay, who's my mom? Which one's my mom? Okay. Do you know what my mom's name is?
Do you know what my real name is?
Teresa.
Very good.
Okay, and then, so then who's my mom's mom?
Grandma.
Grandma? Okay, do you know grandma's name? Do you know?
What is that called?
What is that called, Granny?
Virginia. Virginia.
Lee. Okay, good job. Okay, of all of us, who's your favorite? Me? I'm not your favorite. Who's your favorite? Okay, well that's good.
Why is she your favorite?
Yeah, why am I your favorite?
Because,
You're gonna love
You're-
this.
you're
Sit up.
Because you're really nice.
I'm really nice. What's the real reason I'm your favorite?
Because, you, every time I'm here and we have like a party at your house, you let me pick whatever I want.
No. That's not right. That's not why I'm the favorite. Who lives here with me?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
So
reason why I like her is because she
who do I have?
she has Wes and I like Wes.
You-
He's nice to me.
So you really like him the best. That's why you like me, right? So she likes Mr. West really over all of us. Don't let her fool you, right? Okay. All right. Kensley, do you know how special it is to be in a family like this that has 5 women? No? Do you think it's special?
Really, really special.
It is really, really special. That's very good. Do you like being a part of a big family? Yes, you do?
Why?
You do? Why?
Because every time it's my birthday, I get lots of presents.
You know what? When I was a kid, I loved presents too. I still like presents, and your mom does too. We all like presents. Wait, do you like to give presents though? Yeah? Okay. Okay, family, I think that is it. We're gonna end on #blessed. Just like a small piece of like how you feel like you're blessed. So, Kenzie, you wanna go first? Are you blessed? No? Yes, you are. How are you?
I don't know what it means.
Okay, how are you, what are you thankful for?
Restart.
It's fine. What are you thankful for? Your life? Oh, well, that's good. Okay. Right.
Our family
Your family.
and the lessons that we've learned from being in this family.
Just family.
Oh, family, that they're all healthy, all the grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Yes, definitely.
They're all, we've never had a real serious illness. They've all been healthy.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm blessed to have definitely all of these 4 in my life. Before, we did have 5 generations before, and it was my grandfather, great-grandfather. So just to have all women now is like really cool, so. All right, does anybody have anything else? They were all very nervous about this, so they did really good. I think that this was fun, and I hope you guys will come back sometime. I might have to pull them in, but they will come back, so. All right, well, I'm Danette James, and you can find me on YouTube at The Power of 8, and we will see you soon. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching this episode of The Power of 8 with Danette James. Please like the episode, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell for notification. Thanks, and have a great day.